Take them out.
Available in 15 seconds? So like 15 seconds. Is that 15 seconds yet?
We're securing the objective. You took this round, but we're not done yet.
Fuck. That's wrong.
Threat expired.
Come on, bro. No.
Secure the objectives. Running out of lives. The objective is secure. Graduation, white parents. Congratulations to Cody Miller.
Hey, what do I do once I get to? Oh, I have to go to the extraction. Okay, I was the first time playing them. Alright. Alright, where do I go? I'm following you. Following you, right here. Following you. Oh, shit. Alright, right here. What do I do?
Securing objective.
Yeah, big dog. 3-0.
Good job, Black Ops. Do it again and we get to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Capture the objectives. We're low on lives. Exercise caution.
Wait, do you hear that? Sounds like bullshit. Hey, watch your language. Can you just move your Hey, Dennis, remember when I asked for your opinion?
They're down to their last lives. Take them out.
You're being really
Your last asset. Complete the mission.
First of all, that doesn't make sense. And actually, you're so ugly that when you look in the mirror, your reflection looks away.
No, he's one shot. Shit.
Hostiles have taken the objective.
In what chapter do you shut them? I'm tired of being my area right now, my space. How about you shut your trap and go clean the room yourself?
Do they still win this?
We're losing the objective.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Battle's lost. Pop smoke and regroup.
I should have played that a little bit not aggressive.
Ajax dead.
Like you're playing like such a sport too right there, bro.
Secure the objectives.
Family dinner. White parents. Noah, stop. What? What are you doing? I was just making it more flavorful. No. That's far too much seasoning. And what is this? Sriracha. Yeah. Wait. No, this is too much seasoning. No, you're throwing the dish now. Just throw the whole thing away. Just throw it away. You ruined it. I'll order pizza. Black parents.
Dad, can we go to McDonald's? You have McDonald's money?
Give me attitude now. I'm just saying. Shut up. In all fairness, you gotta give credit to black families for their delicious food. All that good stuff. We just don't necessarily have a huge budget to show off.
Objective secure.
Black culture in general, but sometimes this does happen when they have
We're running out of
Smoke
lives.
checked.
for that. It's like, no. So yeah, just all credit to black families, black barbecues, that culture, soul food. Love ya. But yeah.
Lives low. Make them count.
They're dead.
That's unfortunate.
Securing objective.
Big dog.
You took this round, but we're not done yet.
Still got the dub though.
Enemy
Like-
removed.
I feel like I was. Well, I probably should have played the other way.
Secure the objective.
And something about you selling black tar and heroin. Is that true? Sure, yes. What did I tell you about hanging out with the wrong crowd? You should have known better. Maybe you should have been a better parent. Maybe you should have raised me better. You know what? Next time you get in trouble, I'm gonna take away your phone. No, you're not. Okay. It's not funny. Give me your phone right now.
I'm only 72. I don't understand.
Black parents. You know, actually, guys, with this clip, we actually messed up the audio, so we don't actually have the footage for that. The scene was just basically trying to get you thrown against. Next scene, when their kid talks back. Black parents. JT, you need to start showing more respect for your father and I around.
We lost the objective.
You need to have more respect for me around this house.
We're low on lives. Exercise caution.
Lighting them up.
You're down to the last lives. Take them out. Losing objective.
Shit. Hey, someone revive me. Please.
Mission compromised. Try again.
Bullshit, man.
Enemy razor wire.
Secure the objectives.
Shit.
You talking back to me now? No, I'm sorry. I just don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I will read the homework. I'm sorry.
Alright, big dubs, here we go.
lives. You know what to do. Objective is ours. One hostile remains. We're securing the objective. Make this look easy.
7-2, big dogs. Big dogs.
Firebreak is down.
When Senator Heitkamp had a chance to stop sanctuary cities, she voted against President Trump. I voted in favor of
Big century.
Hey Ryan, do these leggings make me look fat?
Oh, those leggings don't make you look fat. Your face does. What's goody?
Savage.
It's your boy Rhino. You guys are watching Levelers Serve. Now this video, things you should never say to your girlfriend. The title is self-explanatory. Everything you're about to hear, you should never say if you want to be in good graces with your female friend, or honestly any female in general. But Rhino, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single. This video doesn't apply to me. False, okay? You shouldn't speak to your mom like this. You shouldn't talk to any girl like this, whether you're single or not. So enough of the jibber jabber. Let's get straight to it. Here's some things that you should never say to your girlfriend. Okay, I have a crush on your friend.
Yes, you do look fat in that.
I don't intend to cheat on you.
I should be allowed to have as many female friends as I want.
I like you for just your personality.
If your sister was single, I'd probably be with her.
How can your dress make you look fat when you're already fat?
You're only acting like this because you're on your period.
My ex looking good.
You're overreacting.
Capture the objectives.
Makeup all the time. You look the same without it.
Happy birthday! I got you a treadmill.
You know what? Why don't you go text your other host?
Okay. Sure since been looking pretty good recently.
Whatever.
I'm not apologizing.
You smell like Doritos.
My ex used to do the same thing.
What's your best friend's name again?
What's your friend's Instagram again?
No.
Maybe you should go to the gym.
Damn. You sure know how to put it away.
Make me a sandwich.
You're just like my ex.
I don't really like your mom.
Your mom's a real bitch.
Your mom's a hoe.
I'm gay.
You're always so emotional.
Oh my god, that outfit looks horrible.
You should invite your friends.
Maybe let's go for a run together.
My ex wants to meet for lunch. I can't turn her down. That'll be rude.
Another pair of shoes? Do you really need those?
Relax. Calm down.
They're running out of lives.
How many chips is there?
Can I be the little spoon?
I'm not really in the mood.
You look really tired.
You're wearing that now?
You ask a lot of questions.
I don't know if I can trust you cooking.
It's not you. It's me.
Look, it's not me. It's you.
You're crazy.
Hostiles have taken the objective.
I think we should
We're
take
low
a
on
break.
lives. Exercise
No!
caution.
Are you kidding me? Come Oh, please tell me we get this up. I don't want to lose it for teams. Just gonna make it up.
Secured the objective.
Hey, you know how to check how many kills they have? Can you do that mid-game? Like how many kills everybody has? Oh, wait. I think I got it. Big win.
Pleasure watching your work, crew.
Hey, add me after this.
Keep us motivated. So thank you for all the positive work
Secure
you
the
give us on a
objective.
daily basis.
Yo, Drizzy, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up with your hair?
What are you talking about?
It just looks a little longer than usual. It's like, kind of rough, not really shaved up. Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, okay. So how's your son been? Oh, right, cool, awesome, dope. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Why would I ask that? My fault, So, you got one more song on the album, and I got to be ready.
There's a guy on the right side, down the middle.
I was just thinking for old time's sake, I'd bring out the flashcard. I'll just post a picture of word, and you'll just say the first thing that comes to the top of your head.
Lives low. Make them count.
Why not try it again?
Objective secure.
Be something serious. Like I need to. This is supposed to be the bop. This is the summer bop that I'm trying to make right here. Okay, man. Let's make these flashcards creative, man. I'm excited to go. 1 second. Stop calling me. Stop calling me.
We lost the objective.
Don't worry about it.
You're on your own. Bring this home. Losing objective.
There's a chance.
You're not paid to fail. Get back in the game.
He's deaf.
Capture the objectives.
What about like
They took the objective.
that shit, son?
Lower lives.
cool.
Exercise caution.
He's down.
We're losing the objective.
Giant tech companies that just decided. I don't know. It's definitely.
We're only as strong as our weakest link.
The
Not
government
you.
tells Facebook what to do a lot of times, right? And so they bow to the government all the time because they don't want to be regulated, right? So that's why they started having hearings with. That's why they had those hearings. Should we regulate Facebook? Right. So the whole
Secure the objective.
fucking bizarre.
was like a guy pretending to be human.
Yes.
You know, it was like some sort of a robot or an alien. The way he would sip water, he would take like this. Like, how the fuck is this water? It was like the guy spitting dip into a glass. He would go like this. Like, there was the weirdest little sips. Someone should make a compilation of Zuckerberg's sips of water.
Oh,
so strange. Like,
whoever is that guy who makes their compilations of your show, he does a good job. He does a funny job on those.
my Zuckerberg impression.
Okay.
No senator. No senator. What's the sip? Watch that sip. Give me another one of those. Oh, there is one. They have them.
Yeah. Oh, somebody already
There's a
got
fucking. There's a drinking water compilation.
Really, teammates? Come on, bro.
Watch him
Lay
sip.
down, you know. There's like 2 guys there. You should
It's like he has to think about it.
Lives low. Make them count.
Humans drink water.
No lives.
He
Eliminate
tilted
them.
that glass. And him and the guy behind him have the same
Hostiles have taken the objective.
That's the guy they're gonna shoot in the head.
Keeping eye contact while he's drinking the water is kind of weird.
Yeah.
He's trying to, at least.
He doesn't want to be disrespectful.
This
So
is fantastic.
strange. That whole thing was so strange. It was so.
Hey, what a
strange.
better guy to protect us from fake news and tell us what's real news and you know what has integrity and what doesn't than a guy who made a couple $1 billion off a stolen idea from his friends. I mean, I think that's the perfect guy to fix.
Is that the true story? Is that what he actually did?
This is coming out your end.
Right.
That was in the movie. That's what I know.
I didn't see the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know the story though was that he ripped people off. It wasn't his idea, but he was the one who figured out
Hey, look at this. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
Get rich as fuck.
But this is that's AB
That's been like a way long time.
on the second August 2nd about this, and
Secure the
Okay.
there's been a
objectives.
lot of people being deplatformed from Facebook that you don't know about. Like this isn't like okay, so here's what he's. They shut down lots of other sites at the behest of the government in Israel, like the Atlantic Council. So pages like Black Elevation, they got shut down. A page called Mindful Being, they got shut down. Facebook also wiped out the No Unite the Right To, which was a page appearing to advertise a counter rally on the upcoming anniversary of the violence in Israel. So they shut that down too. Matt Taibbi, let me just give you a quick quote from his article. He says Facebook was helped in its efforts to wipe out these dangerous memes by the Atlantic Council. You find confidence-inspiring names like Henry Kissinger, CIA Chief Michael Hayden, former acting CIA head Michael Morrell,
come on,
former
man.
Chair of Homeland Security Chief Michael Chertoff. These memes now
All lives. Exercise caution. The
Sniper
enemy
up top.
team is
Sniper
running
up top.
low
Oh, shit.
lives.
I got him one shot.
Objective is
Oh,
ours.
come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
A bonus to whoever frags their last man.
Shit, I'm one shot.
Nomad down.
The objective is secure.
Yeah, you got him, bro.
Secure an objective.
Oh, they're all dead. Okay. GG.
Keep up the pressure. Break them down.
They're trying to put a bill. Have you heard about this in Congress to make police a protected class of people? So if you say shit about them, now it's considered hate speech. Did you know that? Yeah, they're trying to make yes. So fuck the police. It'd be considered hate speech.
So they would just retroactively arrest NWA.
They could.
Capture the objectives.
Right. And so now if you have a rally that's against the police, that's a hate rally. And they can take your YouTube channel down if you said hate stuff about the cops and stuff. So that's where we are. Hate speech. The fuck? How come I'm not allowed to hate shit, by the way? Right. I hate Nazis. Can I say I hate fucking Nazis? I hate the KKK. Can I say I hate them?
That's hate
right?
speech. You strongly dislike the KKK. You strongly dislike something.
When I was a kid, I hated the fucking Dodgers.
Objective is ours.
But it's also heroin. You know, it's like drugs.
What's wrong with hate? I don't understand what hate is. There's hate out there, so what? So what's wrong?
It's a bad way of expressing things. Like hate speech is it's not a good.
We're running low on lives.
What is it? I had a conversation with a woman at YouTube about sandpaper.
Talk backed.
They're running out of lives.
Crash KIA.
YouTube channel in their playlist. Just put it in their playlist, and they got a community.
Shit, come on.
A bonus
Come on.
to whoever
Come
frags their
on.
last man.
Come on, I killed 3 of them.
Threat expired.
Come on. Come on, we need this dub, bro. Come on, bro. I killed 3 of them, just get 1. I killed from up top. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Clutch it, baby. Clutch this. Come on, don't suck. Oh, you're in the warning zone. What are you doing? He's in the warning zone. Just run away. Get that shit.
We're securing the objective.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Did we get another player now?
Your work, crew.
I think we should get another player. Like, saw that, I was like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? How was that even like a... That was the best kill?
Capture
Oh, my
the
triple
objective.
kill wasn't the best? Alright, he sucked.
The antidote to bad speech, if you really hate what Alex Jones is doing, the antidote to bad speech is not censorship. The antidote to bad speech is more speech. If you think what Alex
Hell yeah, let's go there again.
create a Facebook page idea, you don't shut down the idea, you expose the idea and you debunk it.
But if you have a private platform that you own,
They took the objective.
100% of the people get their news from Google and Facebook.
We're nearly out of lives.
Monopolistic powers.
Victory, baby!
Another day,
Come
another
back!
dollar.
Come back, squad! Come back, squad! Yeah! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah!
but I get my news from Google. I have the Google app on my phone, and every day I go to it in the morning when I'm taking a shit. I go over like, what's crazy today? What's happening? Oh,
Why can't I use Rick?
Capture the objectives. Objective secure. We're running low on lives. Running out of lives.
I'm not down.
We secured the objective. Secure an objective. Our reputation's built on victory.
Hostile nomad down.
Switching sides. Capture the objective.
That should Mary Cohen do.
What's that?
Well, let's see what they said.
I just looked at it, so it says 45% from Facebook.
But according to, is it a Gallup poll?
It was according to their stats, and I went back to read another Rolling Stone article to find out where they
Rolling
got that
Stone,
from.
right? Yeah.
And it's a bunch of like Facebook articles, just advertisements, trying to find the data.
So even if you quibble with those, we can't deny. Like Alex Jones cannot now go. Well, just go to the other YouTube.
Black Ops forces have taken the objective.
So we have to recognize
The enemy team is running low on lives.
Town Square is now owned by corporations.
One tango left.
That need to be
Take him out.
right? Like before, when AT&T was the phone carrier for everybody, they couldn't go, I'm not going to give Alex Jones a phone service because I don't like the shit he's saying.
Right.
You can't, so, you can't deny services, somebody, all that stuff.
But
So
that's not really a valid comparison because the phone service wasn't distributed information to people.
Right.
The phone service is just a method of communication. It was just a utility. What he's able to do through InfoWars is, if you've got him on your platform,
Objective
he's gonna say
secure.
some things, he's going to use your platform to say some things that, might not be true and might be crazy. So you got to decide, when does it become a problem? And I think where they drew the line was Sandy Hook.
So here's what I say, Joe. We need to
Secure an objective.
Because they are, right? Facebook, there is no alternative.
Keep it down, we're not done yet.
Regulate them. It's all over you guys. And they are monopolies. There's obviously monopolies. But, when you invent something called WhatsApp and then Facebook buys $1 billion.
He's done.
There's a monopoly. There's no way to compete with these.
Secure the objectives.
They need to be regulated and people need to be protected. And that's where we need to go, because right now we're leaving it up to the whims of a billion. Like you say, hey, if Alex Jones really did some shit that was wrong and he should be taken off, or his free speech should be abridged for it, do it. Let's see it go to a court or go to a thing, or go. People go, well, he doxes people, and if doxing's illegal, he should be prosecuted. If that's what happened, but you shouldn't take away.
Did he dox people?
That's what they're saying. They're saying he doxed people from Newtown or whatever, from the school shooting. So that's what they're
talked
saying.
about the individuals.
And he gave their address. That's what they are saying.
Hostile firebreak. Kill.
Because that sounds crazy.
The low on lives. Eliminate them.
Saying what he actually did. This is what's crazy. I keep hearing that he promoted the idea that Sandy Hook was false. It was false, and that it was a false flag.
Secured the
and that
objective.
These were all actors.
Right.
I don't know if he actually said that. I think what he actually said was, I don't know if that happened. I think that's what he actually said. And people are saying, well, that's promoting the idea that it was a hoax. But I want to know if that's what he really said. See, I don't know if that's even the case, because I've heard it written that he promoted the idea that
One
Sandy
tango
Hook was a
left.
conspiracy, but
Take him out.
Quoting. When they
Secure
say
an
that,
objective.
There's no Sandy Hook was a hoax. Those kids were actors. Those kids were
Keep up the pressure. Break him down.
Right. But they keep attributing that to him without quotation. And if there was some kind of process.
Anybody there? Hello? 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 Anybody there?
Infantry killed.
Capture the objective.
Show what he actually said, and tell you what he actually said, and show clips. You can't do that anymore. So now the narrative is completely in the hands of the mainstream media, 100%. So the Alex Jones narrative is being taken 100% out of his hands. And now it's in the mainstream media, and now there's Sandy Hook denier, conspiracy theorist, right-wing lunatic, all these different things, which may or some of it, I mean, now it's pretty fucking nuts.
My point is, we've had nuts people with, we still have that. When I was a kid, Joe, maybe you remember, Johnny Carson used to go ape shit about the National Enquirer.
Yes.
Do you remember that? And
yes.
it was a big deal. He would stop his show, and I'm putting my foot down about this.
Yeah.
They still have the National, and nobody said take it out of the supermarkets. Nobody was like, we got to ban that newspaper because we can't handle the ideas from this newspaper.
Hostiles have taken the objective.
Right there, the last thing you see in front of you, right at the eye level for kids.
We're nearly out of lives.
I went to Facebook.
Enemy has few lives left. Take them out.
Yes. So this is World News Daily. And you know what the first news story was that came up on World News Daily? Was a British man can only defecate through his mouth. That was the first story that came up. The first story. And you don't have to look for it. British man defecates
To the victor, the spoils.
It's like South Park. Right.
Yeah.
It's not like you want them to be taken down as well, but it seems like it's sort of been their joke. You know it's not real. You know the Inquirer's not real. You know that. But it's not. It's just
Somebody's buying those. Somebody's buying those.
Right, but are they buying? Are they kind of buying them just for fun, entertainment?
Somebody watches professional wrestling.
Here goes. Lawsuit quotes Jones saying, "Yeah, so Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake. Is a synthetic, completely fake with actors, in my view, manufactured." Okay. January. Right. January 13th, 2015. The lawsuit quotes Jones saying, Yeah, so Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake with actors, in my view, manufactured. Yeah.
You actually nailed that impression.
I spent a lot of time with that dude drunk.
And there's a...
He's, like, that's a real problem. Saying something like that is crazy. But look, his whole business is saying things that are sometimes right and saying things that are sometimes absolutely wrong. You know, and that's, and it's all wild, and it's all globalists, and you ever see that song that they did where these guys took his actual words and rants, but then they have like this like emo song singing the words?
No, I
it's
haven't.
fucking genius. Would we get pulled over off of YouTube if we play that? Let's find out if we get yanked for this one, because it's brilliant. Because it's a parody, but it's so
Indie folk song.
yeah.
You said emo song, enough there's two.
Indie folk, emo, just just low testosterone. Listen to this. Listen to this.
That's why we're centered on simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature, to be natural, and this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. That's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
Watch this. What? Oh, you taking the audio? Alex Jones rants as an indie folk song for people that are just listening to this. You gotta Google this because we removed the sound from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
babies. We want to eat babies. We love saying we want to eat babies. I have them on video. That's just what you just said. I am. You look good, that villain. Look at his face.
Secure the objectives. Objective. We're running low on lives. They're low on lives. Eliminate them.
The chaotic world that we live in, that he does have this giant voice, and he does have this giant following, and it is this song that are so hysterical, and that they somehow or another yanking this guy off all his platforms is gonna like remove him. And do they understand this dry sound there? Because this is just gonna there's gonna be another way. But what's this? Barbara Streisand had a house now, this giant ass house that you know, and she went apeshit and complained to all these newspapers and complained to the police and everything that they take photos of her house.
Last man standing. You know what to do. We're losing the objective. You're not paid to fail. Get back in the game.
To hide, remove, or censor a piece of information has the unintended consequences.
They're gone.
Capture the objectives.
Everyone thinks the internet should be a public utility. I mean, most people do. And that's what they're upset that they're not treating it like a public utility. The Obama administration they decided to at the last minute. And so if you think the internet should be a public utility, I think YouTube and Facebook should be a public utility also.
But there's an opening for other people to make their own YouTube, like make a version of it.
They are all flanking. Jesus Christ, that's not good.
Lives low. Make them count.
Recon expired.
I am a bad hitter. Jesus Christ.
Recon expired.
Secure the objectives.
InfoWars movement is in some people's mind a figurehead for this pro-Trump thing they're trying to stop and silence.
What is it? I don't know. It's very curious that it all happened at the same time, right? And because there's a in 1996 there was a law passed that actually insulates the platforms from being sued. Did you know that? So like,
So
like say he put something up that leads to someone being killed, right, on Facebook. You can't sue Facebook for it. That's in that 1996 law. So there's that. So I get that they're a private company, but again, they have the protection now of the law. They have Congress protecting them, so they have that's a type of regulation.
The enemy team is running low on lives.
That really, because if we're going to take down
lives. Exercise caution.
Tactic of censors for centuries. They start with someone who is so utterly hated and marginalized that everyone is blinded by their hatred for the first censorship target that they cheer and forget that they're endorsing a principle of power.
Enemy deleted.
Then expand.
Yeah.
And so right now
They came for the Jews.
yeah, right now we're allowing the whim of billionaires.
Hostiles have taken the
to decide
objective.
who gets to be on these monopolistic platforms and who doesn't. If there was 10 YouTubes, no one would care. But there isn't. There's one YouTube, there's one Facebook, and they are monopolies, and that's the world we live in right now. And that's why they're doing whatever the government wants them to, because they don't want the government to regulate them. That's why he went there to sit in the water like that.
The mission's not over. Go again.
Because he doesn't want them to regulate him. He'll do it for, I'll do. Julian Assange in 2010 gave a speech, which I saw recently on a plane where he predicted this.
Go med.
Capture the objectives.
Currently, we want to keep Alex Jones in position. He's a supporter of Trump. He's a supporter of, you know,
Why is Trump going after Julian Assange? Just because
When cataracts blur your day-to-day activities, a simple surgery may be the answer. At Dakota Eye Institute Surgery Center in Bismarck, we perform cataract and other eye surgeries. We take every measure to make sure you feel comfortable and relaxed. Our friendly and specially trained ophthalmologists review what to expect before and after surgery and will address any questions and concerns you may have. Before you know it, the procedure is complete, and you'll get back to your
Lives lost. Make them count. The lower lives. Eliminate them.
that somehow that's some unbelievable violation of our freedom and our press, and these people, you son of a bitch.
Enemy down.
Freedom of the press. You would say something about Julian Assange, and no one is saying lies. Never been approved. Julian Assange revealed that our election was being rigged by the Democratic Party, not Russia, but by the Democratic Party. And that's what's happening right now.
That one hurt our reputation.
Has all the spy that they can
Enemy down. Insurgent down.
He's not really included, right? He's glad to let the generals do the job and his underlings. He doesn't really want. He wants to paint broad strokes and lets everyone. You want to kill Julian Assange? Go ahead. I don't give a F. That's I think how he feels. I don't think it's his plan to do it, but everybody else underneath him wants to. Certainly the intelligence community. And everyone forgets this. Chuck Schumer went on Rachel Maddow's show like 2 years ago and right out in public said that Trump is making a mistake by crossing the intelligence community because when you mess with them, they have 6 ways to Sunday to mess with you back. Holy shit. And nobody cared that he said that. So what he's saying is the president should be afraid of unelected spooks. Unelected bureaucrats. He should be afraid of them. That is, and no one went, what? What the F? Could you imagine saying that about Barack Obama? Hey, Barack Obama better be nice to the CIA. They're going to F with him.
as an elected official, yeah.
Yes.
Someone as an elected official saying that, almost sanctioning it.
Yes. And then we have Eugene Robinson in the Washington Post writing an article begging the deep state to undermine Trump's foreign policy. Did you see that article?
No, that's crazy.
Pulitzer Prize winner. First, they spend all their life denying there is a deep state, and then Eugene Robinson writes an article begging the deep state to defy President Trump.
Why are they so blinded by ideology that they don't see the consequences of this?
There's unintended consequences, and here they are. And they're coming at. They've already come for me. They're already coming for the left. This is how this works. So. Again, that's why I warn all my friends about the Russiagate nonsense. Chomsky said, if you care about the people meddling in our election, Russia would be the last place I would look. The first place to look is concentrated capital. That's what dictates who are going to be our government. That's why we don't have the things the rest of the world has, because we have capital has captured our government, which is why we don't have Medicare for all, which is why we don't have free college, which is why we don't have an infrastructure plan, which is why we're in 8 wars. Meanwhile, people have to the country's poor or low income. 63% of the country can't afford a $1,000 emergency, and a quarter of all kids are in poverty. In the richest country in the world, Joe, what do you call a system that takes the richest country in the world and renders half of its population poor or low income? That's a failed fucking system. And that's what we're living in right now. And it's failing worldwide.
Now, if you were someone like Google, though, or who owns YouTube, or if you were iTunes, or any of these platforms that have Spotify, when you get an overwhelming volume of complaints about someone who's in the news right now, because the fact that Alex Jones is being sued by the Sandy Hook parents, this is what started this all off. I mean, to people, this is so egregious. These poor parents lost their children, and here's these guys saying it's fake, and that they don't want that on their platform. So, would you think that they should just delete the episode that has that says that? Should they do that, or should they allow that episode to stream?
Here's a solution. If he did do something in a video that is illegal, take that video down until it gets adjudicated.
He's gone.
You don't deplatform him 100. You don't give him the death penalty.
Right. So, okay. What about like Stormfront? What if you got like some white supremacist group that's calling for violence? Do you take them down?
Secure an objective.
Again, I would like to see some kind of adjudication. You know.
Pleasure watching your work, crew.
Right. Again, it's all interpretation. In fact, just a week ago, Mark Zuckerberg was defending it. He was defending that we have Holocaust deniers. Holocaust deniers, Joe. And that's not fake news. You're not going to take that down. Like I just told you, they have guys defecating out of their mouth. They have
capture the objective.
They have the National Enquirer. They're still cool.
Right.
So this is a very squiggly line, Joe. And again, there's no board. There's no adjudication. It's not transparent.
It's not transparent. It's not rational either. It's not a rational debate.
Let me just give you one more thing about what he says. This is Matt Taibbi. He says the sheer market power of these companies over information flow has always been the real threat. This is why breaking them up should have long ago become a national priority. Instead, as was obvious during the Senate hearing with Mark Zuckerberg earlier this year, politicians are more interested in using than curtailing the power of these companies. The platform, for their part, will cave rather than be regulated. Endgame here couldn't be clearer. This is how authoritarian marriages begin, and people should be very worried.
We're low on lives. Exercise caution.
They should be worried, especially if this does escalate.
Objective secure.
Sandy Hook denier.
Ruin. Drip down.
They took the objective.
Rank has its privileges.
We're losing the objective. We're only as strong as our weakest link. Not you.
In terms of like, he doesn't have
Crash. Check.
Capture the objectives.
It's a slippery slope, you know, and especially when you use these terms like hate speech. They're not, like, when you say, like, what are they saying? They're saying that he violated their terms, correct?
Yes.
So what are those terms that he violated, and what is the specific violation? Like, what are the words that he said where you were like, enough is enough? If that's the case, how did you let him get away with saying all this other shit for years and years? And when do you draw this line? Like, just that video that we played. You know, they smell like sulfur, they eat it, they want to eat babies. They're screaming, I love Satan, and they want to eat babies. Like, wow. Where does the line get drawn? I don't think that should be subjectivity. I think that should be a very, very hard question that's answered with very clear facts.
You should have an adversarial.
Lives low. Make them count. Enemy has few lives left. Take them out. We lost the objective.
Taking down pages of people who are Palestinians because the Israeli government tells them to, and they do it. So you know about that, right?
I had heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's them doing the bidding. The government says take it down. Okay, take it down. They don't get free speech. Okay, because I don't want the government to get mad at me.
Losing objective.
We're making so much goddamn money right now. I don't want the government to get mad at us. That's what Facebook and YouTube do.
This is coming out of your end.
I would like that if someone, you know, I'm not saying that no one should be taken down. If someone's calling for the death of all black people, then maybe just
Wasted no man.
The problem that I'm having is these things like air quotes, hate speech. Because I told you
Secure the objective.
Sam Harris and Douglas Murray. Now that is fucking crazy. So when does it stop being hate speech? Like when do you draw the line? When is it mildly offensive? Is that hate speech? Like where does it go? Where does it go? Where
well,
you're
why aren't
not
you allowed to
have
hate
opinions?
people? I don't understand why I don't get that. Do you get this? I'm not being a dick. I honestly, why aren't you allowed to hate things?
Right.
I understand
You're
that
calling for action. I think.
You know, a call for action might be. I mean, again, if it's a legal term.
Right. This is not a legal term, though. When they blanket things with hate speech, like we were saying, like calling something a drug, this is an illegal drug. Well, what if caffeine becomes an illegal drug? Then is that the same as meth?
The objective is secure.
There's different things. So when you say hate speech, and you also lump Douglas Murray having an intellectual conversation with Sam Harris about immigration, lump that in.
The enemy team is running low on lives.
And so, did you know that right before 4th of July there was a newspaper? Oh my God. I think it was in Texas, and so they wanted to, for the 4th of July, they wanted to.
We're running low on lives.
Independence, so they posted the first. Yeah. You know about this? Yeah. Facebook gave them a strike for hate speech.
Yes.
Right. And so now they were like,
that was an algorithm, though, right?
Being animals or something like that. Something like that. I'm not sure what it was, but and then the newspaper said, now we're afraid to post the second half of the declaration because we'll get a second strike and they might.
They took the objective.
Yeah. So again, they released that strike, correct? So,
We still
what is this idea that I need a nanny state to protect?
We're losing the objective.
They're worried about the power of propaganda. It's just they don't know exactly
fail. Get back in the game.
That power of propaganda off. I think that's really the primary issue. They're worried that a guy like Alex Jones, who already has this massive following, is what he's done by calling Sandy Hook fake may be awful. I believe it is, but is it enough to completely deplatform him? And how are they justifying it?
Let's say it was. Let's just say you and I agree that it is.
Okay.
Shouldn't there still be some kind of a process? There should be. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be, even if we agreed. And again, I hate that. I hate it as much as you hate it. Yeah. I'm with you, and that people are gonna. I know, Joe. Last time I was on your show, I said people are gonna take what I'm saying right now and twist it, and that's exactly what they did to me last night. So I'm sure people
Who took it and twisted it?
I don't.
What did they do? Well, we don't have to name names, but what did they do?
They twisted what we were. So when we were talking about Seth Rich, they twisted it, and I said, all I did was cover it on my show. Until this day, people still say I was pushing it. I do a new show. I covered it.
But even discussing it.
And even you can't even discuss, I couldn't cover it, couldn't discuss it, and so that's exactly what happened. Somebody cut me saying that and cut some other stuff and put it together, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Enemy has few lives left.
Right? So
Take them out.
So I just want people to know, this is, again, I'm just as offended as everybody. I'm saying we need to have these things be public utilities for a lot of reasons.
Low. Make them count. Objective is ours. One tango left. Take him out.
And the first people are going to come after is left-wing organizations. They're going to come after Black Lives Matter. They've already come after lefties like me. What do you mean they're hate speech against the police? They already said they're...
We're securing the objective. Our reputation's built on victory.
You know how all that stuff works, so that's how that stuff works. And then they violence in their name and say, oh, look, Black Lives Matter are violent, and that was a cop doing it. That's what happened up in Dallas. That's the kind of stuff they put there. And then they took the box. Yes, exactly, right?
Capture the objectives.
So that's the problem with Alex Jones. He's right about stuff sometimes.
Well, he was way more right about stuff in the past. Alex himself, and I've talked to him about this, says he drinks too much, he's getting too crazy. He needs to go on a diet and exercise and start getting his life in order. And he takes things too far sometimes. And he
should take
goes
some
off
Bible
the
pills.
rails. He goes off the rails. Like he and I had a conversation, but he got mad at me for saying that I didn't think George Soros was a Nazi. And so he had this whole thing where he was ranting, we talked back and forth. He apologized, and you know, he said I sometimes
You're the one
take
taking
things
DMT,
too far.
You're the one taking DMT,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm talking to aliens.
I didn't say that. You did.
But he recognizes that sometimes he's just caught up in that cycle of outrage. That cycle of outrage, it's just, there's no room for like...
Of course.
We're nearly out of lives.
And sort of reset.
The enemy team is running low on lives.
Constantly under attack, and then there's these words that get thrown around that like chills and
Profit downgraded.
sort of like attitude that there's this cabal of evil that is trying to take the world to one point out of the idea that they were going to try to kill off.
The objective is secure.
And you remember that? I heard about it. There was this idea that they wanted to euthanize, or it was genocide. They wanted to break it down to, what is the word when they talk about doing that?
We're securing the objective.
There's like some sort of a conspiracy.
Pleasure watching you work, crew.
Sustainable number of super evil geniuses that could live forever. And they wanted to get it down to like, 500 million worldwide.
That's kill.
Some crazy shit. But I think that whole cycle of like constant outrage.
No man down.
And everything's conspiracy. And you get just whacked.
Secure the
whacked
objective.
out and caught up in it. If you go back to Alex's earlier videos, I met Alex in 98. And back then, Alex was going after George W. Bush when George W. Bush was running for president. And he was saying that this guy is a puppet, and that he's a puppet of the CIA, and he supports genocide, and he was showing up at campaign rallies, and they were arresting him. He was anti-right wing. I mean, he was anti what he thought was this globalist agenda. He also infiltrated Bohemian Grove when everybody thought the Bohemian Grove was nonsense. There's nothing really going on. He's like, no, these really rich people are getting together with heads of state and foreign dignitaries.
Enemy has few lives left. Take them out.
And they have an effigy that they burn in front of the owl god Molech, and people are like, he's crazy. Then he releases the video, and like, oh my god, they really...
Lives low. Make them count.
Good work. The World Trade Organization protested his video, 9/11, the road to tyranny. Right after 9/11, he releases this video that shows that the World Trade Organization protesters...
Reckon I'm feeling buyer's remorse.
Government agent boots on, by the way, shows this in the video. They smash windows, light things on fire, then they'll hole up in one house. They negotiate with the police and are all eventually...
Tango down.
He proved all this. He showed all how this is going on with these peaceful protesters. Then, the consequences of that, they established a no-protest line at the WTO where you couldn't go by with a pin on. If you tried to get through with a pin that said WTO with a red line through it, they told you you could not wear that pin, you can't come through here, this is a no-protest zone. And he's like, this is the consequences of this kind of censorship, and this is how they establish the censorship. They make it seem like your organization is violent and dangerous by introducing violent and dangerous elements in the form of undercover police officers or military. They smash windows, chip over newspapers, fucking create chaos, so that the government has to come in because now we have a violent situation. So then the military comes in and arrests protesters and silences the protests so they don't look embarrassing in front of all these people from foreign countries that are coming here to the World Trade Organization.
I didn't know he did that, but yeah.
Dude, he's not wrong always, and he was more right back then. He was also more sane back then. He was more measured and more calm. It wasn't this. He didn't have the big moon face back then either, and he wasn't drinking as much, I don't think, and the screaming and the spitting and you ask him, he'll say, well, I'm just overwhelmed by the sheer volume of corruption and all the shit that he sees every day.
Look, do you remember he was crying when Trump bombed Syria? He was crying because he was crying that Trump fucked us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I really genuinely believe most of the time that he means well. The thing is, when you look for conspiracies everywhere, like everything that's a conspiracy, you're off track. I don't think there's anyone there that can sit down and go, stop, hold on. Let's examine this in a factual way. Let's stop, cut the hyperbole out, and let's look at what the facts are, and where are we getting these facts, and why do we think it's
Capture the objective.
That sounds fucking crazy. No one's there to do that. If someone was there to do that, I think he probably would be stopped, and would examine things, and it would balance out. You know, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to have him on my podcast when I did is because I wanted people to see the Alex that I know. So people are like, how could you know that? Like, look at how he is when I get him high and we get drunk and he's laughing about stuff and talking about interdimensional child molesters and all that. This is what I wanted everyone to see. This is what we're doing. He's a good guy. It's just that is not a good position to be in, where you're constantly looking for conspiracies everywhere you go. And you might nail a few, but then you might call out a bunch of them, which not just negates the ones that you nail, but negates everything you say. As soon as you're one of those guys that everything's a conspiracy.
Hostiles have taken the objective.
And everyone's an actor.
We're nearly out of lives.
He's dead.
The enemy team is running low on lives.
And the lies that are told about wars from the media, which the media pushes everywhere in my lifetime. So that's the ones I care about. I heard everything you're saying, and yeah, I didn't really know. I gotta say, I didn't really know much about Alex Jones until I met him, you know, very famously at that incident. I never really watched him. I went home that night and watched some of his videos, which is when I found out some of them were funny. And so honestly, I didn't really know much about him, and so I don't even know this stuff. So
see if you can find it, Jamie. See if do they pull all this stuff from YouTube, everything?
We're losing the objective.
But doesn't someone else have it probably on their channel?
And I never did videos about him or about. I just, you know, it wasn't in my line of sight.
Yeah.
I was busy.
It's all very confusing to me, and look, I don't think he should say those things. I don't think he should say lies about kids not being dead. The horrors of being a parent.
The mission's not over. Go again.
Guys saying that they're 100% actors and fake, and
Yeah, that's horrible stuff.
there's a guy who's one of the parents that was a conspiracy.
Shot out. Recon kill.
Secure the objective.
See this guy talk, it's heartbreaking. You read his words, it's heartbreaking. Just imagine your son was murdered in one of the biggest school massacres ever, if not the biggest, right? And here's people running around emailing you, sending you tweets and Facebook messages that you're a fraud and that you work for the globalists and this is all just a plot to take our guns away.
That's what they say these things are. That's the people who make all these strings that they're all set up so they can take our guns away.
They think that about everything. They thought that about the country music festival shooting in
Vegas
because they felt like, hey, here's a way to get those.
Censored.
These are all the Second Amendment people, the country music people. What better people?
They took the objective.
I mean, I guarantee you, if you have
Lives low. Make them count.
audience, I mean, gun owners. I bet it's just gun owners. At least half the audience. Probably one of the strongest demographics you can find.
Black Ops forces have taken the objective.
That's a giant connection.
Enemy has few lives left. Take them out.
They make this Manchurian candidate, make him
We're losing the objective. We're only as strong as our weakest link. Not you.
No, it's exhausting.
I know, it's exhausting. It's also
Ruin down.
Capture the objective.
Like 50 plus people and shot like 500, something fucking insane like that. That would be that's it would get together and go, you know what we gotta do? We gotta get this guy and get him to shoot all these people, and that's how we're gonna get rid of guns. It's totally ineffective. It hasn't done anything.
No. Here's the thing is, I'm not the first person to make this point about guns. Is people who are big, strong Second Amendment people say that, well, you know, because whenever I advocate for gun control, people say, oh, good, then only the will have guns, which is, it's not a bad argument, right? It's not, I understand that argument. But the whole point of you keeping your guns to protect yourself from
Hostile RCXD spotted.
It's going to take your rights away, so you need to have your guns to protect your rights. Well, the government already took your rights away. They're already reading your rights. They're already reading, listening on every time. You already lost your rights. They don't took your guns when they took the rest of your rights away. So now you still have your guns. Now why don't you go get your rights back? You have your guns.
Nomad down.
Interesting take.
We're low on lives. Exercise caution.
Psychic dudes that we're going to be able to predict future crimes.
Right. And then arrest you for a future crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. They already kind of, they kind of do that now. They can arrest you.
They took the objective.
Well, you don't even have to have a crime, right? You just have some emails talking shit.
They're running out of lives.
Bonnie and Clyde. We're going to take down the government. Who's that?
Right there.
Oh my God, that guy! I started following him after that. He made a joke.
Yeah, what was the joke?
Oh, I forget, but that was hilarious. I wanted to have him on my show, and I forgot. And that story he tells is hilarious about those ice cops. They were ice cops, right? Yeah. Coming into his plane. What is his name?
We're losing the objective.
Podcast host and self-described pizza delivery guy from the strange twist of fate recently.
Schwack.
4 Homeland Security agents in his home. The agents paid him
Objective is ours.
Sunday because of some jokes he tweeted about Cinco de Mayo. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, here's how Cinco de Mayo works. 2018, white people are allowed to culture appropriate on you help destroy ICE. You kill one ICE agent, you get to wear a sombrero. 2 kills, you get to wear a poncho. That's funny.
We took an L. What are you doing?
You can't joke around about killing an agent.
Right.
Keep it down. We're not done yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, they fired Nick DiPaolo for that. For saying something very similar to that.
And so I say about that, it's like, so they can't
Kill.
please go to the
What are you doing, bro?
Secure the objectives.
So, but you can go on those same radio shows, those same radio stations, and you can advocate for killing hundreds of thousands of people that you don't know, and nobody says shit. All the time, people do that. People lie about it. So that's the weird thing. We can have a torture program in America, and nobody goes. It's just weird that the media goes along. They don't even call it torture. They call it enhanced interrogation techniques because we're doing it. But
Enemy RCXD in your AO.
It's just such a weird, squiggly bullshit line of morality. And now Nick will be better off for it.
Yeah, Nick will be better off for it, and he has a podcast now, but I think, unfortunately, he's doing a subscription service, which I try to talk all these guys out of.
You can't hear it at all for free to
pay, and it limits, I don't know, but it limits
That's a bad idea.
it limits your growth. I mean, he's a famous comedian, so I'm sure he's getting some money, and I know he's probably doing really well with it, but it's impossible to grow. Is it a subscription service? Jamie's shaking his head.
They're low on lives. Eliminate them.
For the $10?
We're nearly out of lives.
He doesn't give you that more. So what we do is we give all the hours free, except we do a couple extra hours a week for our patrons. Yeah. That's like bonus.
Right.
So you don't want to.
That's not the worst thing in the world. I just think
Hostile down.
Oh, you're really lucky. You're super popular.
yeah, but when I wasn't super popular, it was all free too. Yeah, I had it free in the beginning when I was getting 1,000 downloads. I just.
When did it start
Hostiles have taken the objective. Losing objective. You're not paid to fail. Get back in the game.
What I did your show last time was, you know, you're just in my head ever since.
They're late.
Capture the objectives.
We're have to worry about big discredit. I'm a fucking nightclub jack-off comedian. And afterward, that's why you're like, I announce cage fighting. I hold the pot. I'm not a reputable person. I'm like, I want to be you. I want to be you. That's who I want to be. I'm not a reputable person. Fuck you. You know?
I do my best to be honest. You know, I mean, I approach issues in an honest way, but I'm not your source of reason.
But you know what I mean.
Hostile RCXD spotted.
I want to be the guy on the outside throwing the spitballs. That's who I want to be.
Enemy CUAV established above.
Somehow I got caught up in this thing where people are gonna try to discredit you, goddammit. That's so.
We're running low on lives.
Although I don't.
Put it down.
More people don't think that this could be a real problem. That they could just throw that.
Black Ops forces have taken the objective.
And if I didn't have that experience of talking to that woman when she was describing the Douglas Murray, Sam Harris podcast, which doesn't have a single slur, there's no hateful rhetoric, I mean, it's not.
Losing objective.
It's just a discussion, rather.
So you have that insight.
Calmly and confidently, she said it takes much. It was like, you know what it was like? There was a guy and he was eating with another guy.
That's a bust. Survivors, evac and regroup.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's a fact. That makes you eat fact. And he's eating a salad.
Sure, that. Enemy down.
She's like, it's the same sort of self-righteous indignation. Yeah, where she didn't, but you know, when I was pressing her on it, it was almost like she was my boss, and I couldn't talk to her about it. I'm like, I don't work for you. You understand this kind of, this method of communication that you're accustomed to? This does not apply here. You have to discuss these ideas. I want to know the merit of your thoughts.